American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private...
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New York Jets. Matt Bryant of the Falcons set and ready to kick it off, and we are underway from Atlanta. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And some room to work. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. He's got it. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Bridgewater now from the 50. Eluding the pressure right. A little dump off for Crowell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second down, Bridgewater. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa from 19 yards away. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go! 22!
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
To throw is Ryan. Swings it out to the flag for Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Freeman. A nice little juke and a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! Let him go!
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll run it. Freeman. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And he's going to And he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Ryan now off the bootleg. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Third and 2, now Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On first down, Ryan. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, we progressed through the preseason, so let's prognosticate about the regular season. NFC.
Can we overanalyze?
Yeah, I want to overanalyze, too. NFC, the 4 divisions, who do you have winning them?
Let's start in the East. The Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, got better in the offseason. I think they win their division again, although Dallas will make a strong run at them.
Okay. And the South, you were saying you like Atlanta.
Yeah, I do like Atlanta to get back to the top. Tough division. 3 teams in the playoffs last year. Atlanta, New Orleans, which won the division, and Carolina.
Going west, who do you have out there?
The Rams. They took over for the Seahawks last year. I expect them to stay on the top of the heap. But let's face it, a lot of excitement in San Francisco with Jimmy Garoppolo.
And in the north, can Green Bay overtake Minnesota?
They can, but I don't think that they will. I think the Vikings defense carries them home. Kirk Cousins, their new quarterback. The Packers will challenge in a big way, but keep an eye on Detroit as well.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Ryan will throw again. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. first down, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Tack McKinley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Play fake. Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brooks Reed in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Third and long for Bridgewater. Anunwa's got it, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And here now come the Falcons. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Hey, switching gears for a second, halfway through the preseason, any big takeaways that you've seen so far, Charles?
Just a few come to mind. Number one, the roster of 90 that stays that way throughout preseason, I think is a boon for every team, because you can practice a little bit better, get a few more things done because you have more bodies, and those guys get to get on tape for 4 preseason games, so I think that's really good. The other part is normal execution, struggle a little bit. Early in the season, guys trying to get it back together. And last but not least, the practice of coming together with another team, 2 joint practices before a preseason game, becoming more and more widespread, and you get a lot of really good competition and practice with the best versus the best from each team.
Let's go. Right. Hey, let's go. Right.
11. Again, Ryan. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Darren Lee leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Third and long. It's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he will be able to recover this himself to prevent a wacky ending here, but that will be how this first half comes to an end. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he cuts it out right sideline. Some space here. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 85 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Get set, get set. Delta.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And down he'll go at the 25. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. He's got Curse. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Get set, get set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Throwing, Bridgewater. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is the running back, Powell. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage. Usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 88 yards. And the Falcons are in for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Bridgewater on first down. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Tack McKinley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Get up! 11, 20, 20.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action now. Bridgewater. Wide open receiver, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And some space here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a hell of a run. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Let's go. Hey, wait. Hey, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And again they stuff him. A loss last time, and this time hitting him for no gain. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted